Oh, ooh, ooh, that's the Ricky. Hey there, y'all. Bunkle. I hope you've been having a great day. I hope every day is a blessed day for you and y'all. So, yeah, I got here this weird looking box. Now, I guess let me give you a little bit of a backstory, okay? There's this different sets that I might try to pick up from time to time because, they're interesting sets to me. They're things from my childhood or my teenage years that either I had my hands on or I didn't have my hands on. I couldn't get my hands on for whatever reason. Different companies and different things would put out stuffs. Now, people are familiar, of course, with like the Kellogg's and the other cards. You'd get them inside cereal boxes, okay, and those were cool. Although those were kind of mini size, kind of tiny sizer cards, compared to the regular size cards. But in 1981, Kellogg's did something different. And unfortunately, or whatever, for whatever reason or whatever it was, if you got enough boxes and whatever little stickers or the top portion from Frosted Flakes and other Kellogg cereals, you got to say they're great. And you got to send away with an envelope, and I think you had to have like $3.95 for shipping and handling and that kind of stuff, and they'd send you back a box of cards, the full set, which was pretty cool. And now I know I really wanted those in 1981, but you know what? I was the oldest of 6 kids, and we weren't eating much Frosted Flakes. Mom would go to the supermarket, to the Pathmark, and they'd get like flaky Frosties or something. You got 6 kids to feed. Even back then, times are tough now. Oh, we got some rain going on here. It's supposed to be a hard rain right now. Give me a second. Sorry, so this is going to be a rain video also. I had the garage gate open, so I wanted to make sure I have at least the screen down so too much water doesn't get inside here. I know they said we're supposed to have some boomers going on, and yeah, we're getting them, that's for sure. Anyway, in a family with 6 kids, yeah, you know what? Frosted Flakes, if they were $2 a box or $3 a box, whatever they cost back in 1981, and your other ones, your flaky Frosties, cost 99 cents for a huge box, and it was a black and white box or whatever. Yeah, you didn't get to say they're great. You got to say, yeah, they're all right. I'm happy to have cereal, I guess. Anyway, so this right here in the original packaging, I picked up on the eBays the 1981 Kellogg set of 3D cards. Now, somebody wrote on there, mine. So I guess they were trying to say that. Now, looking back, of course, and just thinking about these, it was pretty cool that they would give them away as part of a full set. And, trying to find one inside a box of Frosted Flakes and sticking your hands all down on the cereal and everything. Sure, we used to do that too. But you know what? Getting the whole set, that must have been a cool thing, finding that in your mailbox. Now, if you're looking at PSA values, okay, these definitely hold some collector appeal, I would say so. In a PSA 10, okay, the Ricky Henderson has sold for as high as $750. The Nolan Ryan, $250. The Reggie Jackson, $190. Dave Winfield, $140. So, definitely some value. Even in a PSA 9, the Ricky Henderson's at $50, the Nolan Ryan's at $40, the Reggie's at $30, the Winfield's at $50 also. So, and there's also something that they call panel cards. Now, I haven't been able to find out too much information on those, but those panel cards, they're tough to find, hard to find, not too common. Anyway, let's get taking a look at these and go back through some baseball historical memories here. Look at that. It's got the original wrap on it. It's the original box, the original wrap, the original envelope. Look at that. Ooh. Although with the original envelope has the original glue, and we have some staining of some cards there. That's not very nice, but yeah, let's take a look-see inside. Hopefully the staining isn't too bad throughout. But there goes all of our cards, and they're all in there. And look at that. Ooh, big boomers now. I just heard that one. That's a shake 'em up thunder. All right, let's see. If I take them out piece by piece, because I don't want to do any more damage to them than there is. We could talk about some old-timey Kind of old-timey. I mean, not to me, but maybe to some of y'all. Baseball players from way back when. Look at that. That's, stained card. Maybe that's why. Gotta wonder. Okay, I think the white ones, if they're white, yep, that's probably okay. So let's see what we got here. I mean, we know we got the full set, that's for sure. And even if some of them are stained on back, these are cool to me. Because, again, as a kid, I couldn't get these. So I'm happy to be able to get them now and share them with you. Now, what's that? Okay, that's a weird one. That looks like it's attached to each other. All right, let's just start going through these as we can. Got Johnny Bench. Very nice. Hall of Famer there. And you know what? I'm going to frapper a lot of these up, that's for sure. Now, I don't know about you, but the centering there to me looks a little bit funky, but I'll frapper him up, that's for sure. Put him on my wall of fame. And you know what? I'm going to put him up there right away. I think is one of the best catchers of all time. He definitely should be up on my wall of fame immediately, if not sooner. We're going to talk about his Big Red Machine greatness all that you want. I mean, the competition between him and Carlton Fisk during those days for best catcher, it was a back and forth. I mean, they were incredible catchers. Got Mike Flanagan, Baltimore Orioles there. Really nice. And look at the 3D effect of that card. That is very cool. I mean, they did a real good job on these. Pete Rose, sweet. I mean, you can't really see the 3D effect much there because there's not much to see. I'll frapper him also. Let's see, I'll put him over there on that side right now. I'm seeing Bruce Bochy. Bruce Anton Bochy. Very cool. Got Keith Hernandez. Real young looking card of Keith Hernandez. He's only like 5 years into his career there. Cecil Cooper. All right. Nice card there. And it's funny because they have like the perforation on the side as well. So that's pretty odd. Got David Ismael Concepcion. Dave Concepcion, another Big Reds star. One of the only part of that core that is not in the Hall of Fame. And we got Gary Templeton. That's a nice looking one too. Absolutely some sharp looking cards. And the 3D effect on that one's pretty cool too. Look at the stands. I like how they stand out behind it. That's pretty cool. All right, let's get the Petey Rose into a frapper. Got Petey. All right, let's see what's next in this little pile. Okay, we got some yellowing cards there. That's okay. Got Tug McGraw. Frank Edwin McGraw to you. Okay, let's see. Got some flippage going on also here. Got Buddy Bell, and we still have flippage. All right, one of the best pure hitters of all time. Look at that. Rodney Klein Carew. Very cool. Very nice. I mean, look at that. Great career. Not many home runs. He was not a home run hitter, but that batting average, you could definitely tell it. In his career at that time, his batting average was .333. So he didn't hold that much attention to batting average nowadays. You know, home runs worth more than a base hit, but still, he was always on it. Stole home a bunch of times. Got the Yaz. Definitely looking a bit long in the tooth there. I'm not mistaken, his rookie card was 62 or 61. Somewhere right around Pete Rose's time also. So Rose was the 63. That was the huge card back when I was a kid. Got Phil Garner. Ken Landreau. Bob Horner. All right, the cohort. The companion of Dale Murphy. Very nice. Goose Gossage, relief pitcher, New York Yankees. Awesome sauce there. Ooh, big boom there. Mike Hargrove. Alan Trammell, another Hall of Famer. So yeah, chock full of Hall of Famers, of course. Gator Guidry. Awesome pitcher. Absolutely. Got George Foster. I should probably frapper almost all of these up. But you know what? I'm not going to do that. I can't do that. I probably should. I don't know if I'm going to be putting these in pages in a binder or what. I'm not sure. I actually if I'm not mistaken, I can get my hands on a couple more of these, also at very good price. So I might end up doing that just so I could have a couple to flip out. I mean, again, a PSA 10 of the Ricky is $750. I'd go for that. I don't see why not. Yeah, we got some definite rain sound effects back there. And our Rodney Klein Carew. Klein, C-L-I-N-E, Klein. Awesome player, Panamanian. Okay, now, let's see. Okay, we got Steve Stone. Frank White Jr., as some people called him, the King of New York, although that was during his, announcing career after baseball. Got Freddie Lynn. Nice card there. I'll frapper him. I think so. Okay, who we got next here? We got Larry Gurr and a whole lot of thunder. George Andrew Kendrick. Reggie Smith. Great with the Dodgers. Now, we got a couple cards that are attached here. Look at this. J.R. Richard and Phil Niekro. Those are still attached. I don't think that's a panel card, but that's pretty cool. And it's not Phil Niekro. That's Joe Niekro, isn't it? No, that's Phil Niekro. Okay. So sorry, dude. I'm going to have to detach you. Now, I should probably put J.R. Richard into a frapper also. He was a great strikeout pitcher, but didn't stick around long enough. Had a stroke. Had bad health issues while being a major leaguer that the Astros didn't really take care of. That was pretty cool. Those two are attached upside down, but these two aren't. Got Cesar Cedeno and Don Baylor. Okay, we got Bruce Sutter and Rick Langford. Sutter's going to go into a frapper. His rookie card was in 77. Yep. All right, now we're seeing Robin Yount. Bad centering on that one, but still a nice card. Still very nice Hall of Famer. I mean, half of these cards are Hall of Famers. So there is that. Got Jim Rice, another Hall of Famer. Of course, George Foster, no, but he still belongs up there. Feared batter. Got the Jimmy Rice. All right, we are seeing Paul Molitor. Very cool. Should go up there right next to Robin Yount. Part of the dynamic duo. Ooh. Well, good thing that's not the Ricky. That looks like it has a ding in the corner. I hope I didn't do that. Maybe I did. I don't think so. I mean, again, you saw the way these cards were packed. They could have had the ding before. And where did you go, Joe Charbonneau? He was supposed to be the next thing, like right next to sliced bread with some real butter. But, yeah, his career didn't last very long. Great player for just a little while. He had his cup of coffee, though. Mike Schmidt. Ooh, yeah, that's not good. That looks like some crackage going on there. We got some crackling going on the Schmitty. So we know that one would absolutely not get graded ever. And that's not one of the yellowing cards either, so that's pretty sad. Now, for you surgery fans out there, there goes Tommy John. Yeah. If you really like surgery, well, that's the dude. Okay, let's see what we got here. We got Eddie Murray and Chet Lemon. Eddie Murray's going to get a frapper. Now, that sounds like a ton of water coming down right now. Y'all give me a second. I'm going to close this door all the way. Yeah, you heard that. That's telling me to close the door. Yep, that thunder is something. When God wants to be heard, he will be. That's for sure. All right. We got Ben Ogilvy. You see we got one right side up, one upside down again. And George Brett. That's a nice looking Brett, that's for sure. We'll frapper him. Now, I remember I was at the Pine Tar game with my kid brother. So that's one of my best memories of George Brett. We got autographs before. We got George Brett's autograph. We also got Dave Winfield's autograph. Got a bunch of autographs. He used to be able to do that. And Mrs. Bunkle just came running into the garage to tell me about the storm that was passing through that she thought I didn't know about. Yeah, anyway. I knew about it. I think everybody around here knows about it right now. Got Willie Wilson and Al Oliver. Hopefully the electric stays on. We have overhead lines in this area as opposed to underground lines, which, you know what, it is what it is. But got Vita Blue, great pitcher. And Joe Morgan now with the Astros. That's a really nice looking card. Look at that. The 3D, that is incredible. That's a great looking card. So yes, so far so good. But yeah, the storm with the electric lines being above head and all of that, yeah, occasionally one might fall. We've seen transformers blow. We've seen all sorts of stuff around here. When we were living in Fort Lee, we actually saw a lightning strike on a top pole transformer and snap the wire. That was pretty crazy. Wire just whipping back and forth. Big old pine tree that was completely soaked in front of our house. Yeah, you know, the wire hit that a couple times. Of course, it's not going to catch it. But if you looked at the sidewalk where the wire hit, there were holes. I mean, it was pretty wild. All right, so we got Steve Carlton, Philadelphia Phillies. Nice card there. Very, very nice. We did not get the yellowing cards yet, so that's pretty cool. All right, now we're going to start going through the ones that look a little bit like more like weird color on the back. See if you compare the Steve Carlton to the Jim Palmer. I think you can see the coloration difference there, right? So hopefully it's not too many of them. Hopefully a couple of the nice ones are still really nice. I think so. Now, that might be one of the bad things about keeping them in this packaging for all these years. I don't think they originally came yellow, but if you have them in the original envelope, oh yeah, that was a big one. If you keep them in the original envelope for 45 almost years, yeah, there might be some yellowing from the paper. It's one of those things that kind of can happen. All right, let's see. I don't want to scratch them up either, do I? Nope, I don't. All right. So now we got Pops, Willie Stargell. Very cool. The We Are Family Pittsburgh Pirates from the late 70s. Great card there. Awesome sauce card. Yeah, a little bit of yellowing on the back. Ken Singleton. Later became another one of the Yankees announcers, as well as announcer for a bunch of teams. You know, TV personality head. Oh, ooh, ooh, that's the Ricky. That is the Ricky Henderson. Very nice. Sharp, 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 sharp. Very cool. Now, the back looks white, whitish, whiter, white. Now, the George Foster's kind of yellow. Robin Yount looks a little yellowish. Let's see. I mean, it's better than the Joe Morgan, that's for sure. I mean, it looks very white to me. Let's see. The Schmidt. Yeah, it's at least as good as the Schmidt. Very nice. Ricky Henderson in the centering, front and back, looks fantastic there. I mean, that's a great looking card. Top to bottom might be a slight smidge, but I think this one falls within the 60-40, that's for sure. Very nice. You're going to get a top loadie, sir. You absolutely will. I mean, I don't know what you'd grade out as, but phew. I mean, you're at least a 9. Let me know in the comments what you think about that one, but I mean, that looks like spot on. It really does in the back as well. I mean, talk about spot on. That's as spot on as spot on spots. Yep, sounds like there's lightning outside also. I just heard another person in Bunkle House yell, and they worry because lightning and thunder and that kind of stuff. And they're not in the garage. I am. They'll be okay. I think so. It's only lightning and thunder. Okay, now this one, it's weird. It feels like thin. Tom Seaver's kind of thinner than the other ones, it feels like. Nice looking Tom Seaver card, though. A little yellowing on the back. Happy about the Ricky. Happy about all these Hall of Famers. This is like great. Maybe I should get my hands on a few more of these sets. I think so. Terry Poole. That Astros uniform is crazy from back then, but it's the way I remember it. I think it's a really nice uniform, actually. Davy Lopes. Very cool. I knew somebody who was very distantly related to Davy Lopes. Larry Boa. Philadelphia Phillies legendary. Dave Kingman. Now, he would actually fit perfectly in the major leagues right now. He was an all or nothing. I mean, it was either home run or strikeout. Yep, I guess that was agreement there. Got Steve Henderson. Lee Mazzilli, looking all young as a baby Met. He was only around in the majors for a few years at that time. Got Dave Parker, the member of the We Are Family Pittsburgh Pirates. Now, I think he should be in the Hall of Fame, as should Steve Garvey. I mean, I really believe that. I don't see how they don't have a proper Hall of Fame case. That makes no sense to me. They both were like major stars, players, all of that. Sure, Steve Garvey might have been a little bit too, one would say, just consistently vanilla. Just consistently very, very good for his entire career. I mean, he didn't really have a chunk of years where he was great. But for the longevity, at least, and for the consistency, I think so. All right, there goes Dave Winfield. Nice. And, okay, I got to take a better look at that one later. But that's also a very nicely scented card and no yellowing on the back. So you're going to get a frapper at a top load. I think so. And then look who I see there. He's just hanging out there, looking all in his Yankee greatness. That's an awesome-looking Reggie Jackson card. That really is a low. Dude, your glasses, one looks more tinted than the other. Very nice. Very, very nice. Real happy with the Reggie. Always been a big Reggie fan, a big Ricky Henderson fan. Always have been, always will. Two of the players that I personally collect. Now, yeah, Ricky, of course, he was with the Yankees for a little bit, but he did his greatness with other teams. He did his real greatness, real super greatness with the Oakland A's. But still, phenomenal player. And yeah, he spent a little bit of time with the Yankees. After that, we're playing with Billy Martin. All right, there we go with the Bucky Dent. Now, what do they call him in Boston? Bucky effing Dent or something like that? Yeah. Hello, Bucky. Good to see you. I think I'm going to be doing something shortly. Stay tuned where we replay Bucky Dent's home run. I think so. I'm putting something together. Y'all will find out sometime in the nearest future. All right, now we got Tony Perez, another Hall of Famer. Now, thinking about these, there was another card that I mentioned, and we have not seen it yet, so I'm assuming it's going to be the last card after Tony Perez. And yes, it sure is. All right, there goes our Nolan Ryan hiding behind Tony Perez. Let's get the Tony Perez up on the wall. So yeah, what would y'all do? Okay. Again, these are perfectly sharp, absolutely sharp cards. Fresh out the box. And the centering on them looks really good. I mean, that Ryan also looks like spot-on perfect centering. Now, I wonder what your backside is. Now, you see, your backside looks a little bit... I can't tell if it's tinged or not, if it's yellowed. See, Tony Perez looks a little bit yellow. It's really hard to tell. I can't... see the Reggie. See, it doesn't have any of the stripy yellow. But I gotta wonder. I'll take a better look later, maybe under better light. Yep, and sorry about that. I had to pause again. My little girl, she says one of my Bunkle Juniors just came into the garage. pouring rain outside. She just came running in soaking wet. Yeah, never a dull moment in the Bunkle house. All right, we got the Nolan Ryan going here. So that's the last of the set. Some absolutely great cards. Centering on them all look really well. No like severe miscuts. Nothing like 90-10. I would say some of the top to bottoms might be 55-45 or maybe 60-40, but right to lefts, this Nolan Ryan might be one of the worst centered right to left. Looking at it, it might be 55-45. I got to measure it out later, find out, take a look-see. But what would y'all do? Okay, now, you got this set, and I'll say that I did not pay that much for it, okay? I paid more than well, let's see, I forget how many Frosted Flakes boxes you had to eat back then, and considering a Frosted Flakes box, if you get them on sale right now, they might be like 3 for $6 or 3 for $7, and you probably had to get like 10 box tops or 20 box tops. But just thinking about it, okay, so if it's 3 for $7, okay, and you need 10 or 12, okay, so you're talking $21 or $28 plus $3.95 shipping and handling. Adjust that for inflation, for the weight and all of that. That's probably like $900 compared, but we'll just say $10. So $33 in cereal and postage. I think I paid, yeah, I know I paid less, but maybe 20% less for this set. So what would y'all do? Okay, looking at some of these cards, okay, and knowing that the Ricky in a 10 is $750, in a 9 is $50, the Ryan in a 9 is $40, the Reggie in a 9 is $30, and a 10 is $190. Okay, what would y'all do? Would you take these, submit them, flip them out? Because you can get your hands on another set for the same price. Shh, I'm not telling you where, haha. You can get yourself on another set of these at right around the same price, okay? Or would you keep these and just say, yep, I'm very, very happy to keep them? And I think I know what I'm going to do, and I think maybe most of y'all know what I'm going to do also. But we'll see what happens, because I also have, I don't know, like 1,500 cards to go for grading, and it'll take me a lifetime to do that probably. Or, even going through that many cards to make sure that you want to send them in for grading and come up with your best 3 or 4 or 500. That could take a long time also. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this trip down memory lane. It was absolutely great. Yeah, I had to get that in again. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed. I definitely had fun going through this old-timey 1981 Kellogg's 3D Superstars baseball card set. I hope y'all had fun as well. Y'all take care, stay well, stay blessed. Bunkle out.